We started a congregation in the middle of rural Vermont. And we started that congregation before we started Jewish Lights Publishing. It started 2 years before. And we learned a lot by reaching out to people. It is, as far as we know, the only congregation in America that doesn't have dues. And 21 years later, it still doesn't have dues. There are no fees for service, there is no charge for the school, the books are even given to the children free. And what I say to people and what my wife says to people is, we believe people who vote with their feet and with their pocketbooks. And if you like what we're doing, support it. And if you don't, there's no social pressure to be a Jew in central Vermont. Your kid is not going to be ostracized because they didn't have a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah. This is not Long Island or New Jersey or LA or Manhattan. And so, come, see what Judaism is really like. A living, vibrant Judaism. A Judaism that's relevant to your life. A Judaism as we discovered when we lived here in New York and belonged to Central Synagogue. A vibrant, living Judaism that is, most importantly, relevant to your everyday life. And so that's what we're trying to communicate in our congregation, which now has over 50 children in the religious school, which now has, as of July 1 of this year, a full-time resident rabbi who is taking us to new heights, and what we're trying to achieve in Jewish Lights by reaching out to people in the Jewish world, but also to people outside the Jewish world. Just as in our congregation, a substantial number of the participants are people who are in interfaith families. Or it's not as if they're practicing two faiths in most cases, but they come from two different faith backgrounds. Similarly, in Jewish Lights, a significant part of our readership is people who are Christian or who are not connected to any faith tradition. Probably about a third of our readers are not Jewish at all. But Judaism speaks to people of all faiths, of all backgrounds, and has a very important message for the world.